Hi, everyone. It is Thursday, February 13th, the day before Love Day, Valentine's Day. It is cold and foggy and a little snowy up here in Putnam County. But another day down. I am on the eve also of my sixth taxol and carboplatin infusion, which means that I will only have 6 left to go, which is super exciting. As long as I can stay healthy and keep my numbers up and all that fun stuff, I should be on schedule. And as you know, that's the most important thing to me is finishing on schedule. In terms of symptoms and all that other fun stuff, I think I'm now on a pretty predictable routine from the steroids. Saturday and Sunday seem to be okay. Monday is really like my down day where I feel like I'm just not able to really peel myself off the couch. Tuesday, I'm able to do a couple of things. Wednesday, like yesterday, I start to feel pretty normal. Today, I feel good. I feel, like my normal self. And then, of course, the fun all starts again tomorrow. So, at least I am on a pretty predictable routine, and that feels good to know exactly what's coming in terms of planning out activities and things. Like Wednesdays, I know that's the day that I actually go out into the world. That's the day when I go to Trader Joe's and just do our quick weekly shopping. And that's good because if anybody knows, when you go to Trader Joe's on the weekend, it's like being in the 7 circles of hell. Like Dante must have had Trader Joe's in mind, and because it's terrible. Going food shopping at 8:30 in the morning, holy moly, is absolutely beautiful and amazing. It's fantastic. I think it's so sad to say, but it's like the one positive thing that I've gotten now that I'm home and I can't work. Being able to go food shopping really early in the morning is amazing because there's no crowds. And I've had to do most of my food shopping always on the weekends. I mean, I've been teaching for 17 years, and so I do all of my other house stuff on the weekends, and that stinks. Shopping 8:30 for food shopping is amazing. 8:30. So yeah. So that's that. What else? Other symptoms and stuff. My nails are funky, and I'm realizing it. I normally don't get manicures and pedicures often. During the summer, I do get pedicures, but I really don't. I just don't. I just don't. It's a lot of money, and to go for it every week is nice. But when I go, I'm really just in for the chair massage at the end. And right now, I don't want anybody really touching me. I'm scared to death that someone's gonna hit my port because my port, the button, I call it the button, whatever. It's so prominent, and I guess it's low. I guess no one's actually going to not massaging my boobs. But I feel like if they were massaging my shoulders or something, they might hit it. I don't know. I'm weird about it. So anyway, so I'm just in it for the chair massage. Anyway, there's definitely a line where it's peeling up, I almost feel like that's the sign of when I stopped AC. And as we know, the AC, the andromycin and Cytoxin is the the nasty stuff. And I had that for the first 8 weeks. So my nails, at least I know my nails are starting to recuperate, and that's good. And that's it. Stomach upset a little bit. They put me back on the Pepcid, and I didn't have any acid reflux and stuff this time, which was nice. My stomach has still been a little bit funkier. It's almost like anytime I eat, my stomach hurts. That is not deterring me from eating, though, because I'm hungry all the time. Thank you, steroids. And that's pretty much it. Oh, and then continued loss of eyebrows and eyelashes. So now I'm basically just drawing on my face because I'm a clown. And I still have not really mastered. I'm looking at my eyebrows suck. They just look terrible. And I said to my mother-in-law yesterday, I don't recognize myself anymore when I look in the mirror. What I see is when I look at my reflection, that's not how I see myself in my head. Which is hard because if I don't have anything on, if I don't have any eyeliner on, I look sad and a little scary. Definitely like Uncle Fester. Just sucks. It just sucks. And I know it's temporary. It's temporary. Your hair is going to come back. Your eyebrows are going to come back. Your eyelashes are going to come back. Yep. And I'm going to magically lose these 15 pounds that I've gained from steroids. They're just going to fall off. Sure. And I've been watching there's this, the whole Thriver movement. Nolly, Augustin, and Stephanie, oh gosh, I forget, Sabin, I think is her name. They have an amazing podcast. They're coming out with a book soon. And so Nolly is someone that a lot of people in the breast cancer community follow. And she's got this amazing podcast. And I follow her on Instagram. And there's so many in the movement. I call it the movement. And just talking about how to live with breast cancer and how to accept yourself. And I think that's a big piece of what I'm having a hard time with now, like accepting that this is just my body right now and this is my mental state right now. And some days are going to be better than others. Like I'm sadder, right after the chemo, like those Saturday and Sunday, I'm like, okay, Monday, Tuesday, I feel really down and upset, which is okay. I do have cancer, and that sucks. But thinking about your mortality, how long am I going to have? Is the cancer going to come back? Is it going to be the same? If it, when, whatever. I'm like, I know that I shouldn't say it's going to come back. It's not going to come back. It's not going to come back. But if it does, is it still going to be triple negative? Or am I going to end up with a hormone positive or whatever? Is it going to metastasize somewhere else? All these things you think about. And it's this point that you have to realize that you have no control over it. Yes, you can be healthy and you can do all the most amazing things and be vegan or vegetarian, whatever, plant-based, and you still can get cancer, right? So just like this, I have no cancer in my family. I have no genetic markers. There's no reason why I should have gotten triple negative breast cancer, but I did. It's the point that you really have no control over it. You have no control over your own mortality. You could get hit by a bus tomorrow. So that sounds terrible, but it's true. So it's the point that you just have to really live each day and be happy with it and know that your time is always limited. There's a lot of, even here on some of the comments that are posted and friends and colleagues have said, we're praying for you and thank you for that. And let go and everything goes to the grace of God. And I'm not a religious person. I'm not. I'm spiritual, but I'm not a religious person. I don't prescribe to one religion. I have lots of thoughts on that. I know this is probably not the place to talk about that. But if believing in God or doing something holistic, all of that makes it good for you and puts you in a good place mentally, then that's what you need to do. Because I think that the biggest and most important medicine is your outlook. And so I have to remind myself of that on those days when I'm feeling really sad or really scared or really angry, that I have to remind myself that all of this negativity is probably just going to end up fueling the cancer to come back. And that's not what I want. I don't want to give my children the same type of life that I had in growing up without a mom, because my mom died when she was 42. And I'm 39. And I've thought about that a lot. And I don't want that for my children. My mom did not die from cancer. It's a whole nother story. But I growing up without a mother really screws you up. It screws you up. And I was 15 when she passed. So it would be different. But I think about it, like, how much time do I need with the boys to really feel like I know that I will have done my job as a mom? And of course, your job as a mom is never over, but like the most important stuff, like, what do you need to be there for? Like, what do you need? And I feel like if I can get through college, I don't know. Is that enough? Everyone says they want to see their grandbabies. Of course I want to see my grandbabies, but the most important thing would be is my children. And so I've thought about that. I've mapped it out. Like, okay, well, Rowan's 7 and Kellen's 4. I need to at least get through high school. That's like the bottom line. Like, that's terrible. I shouldn't be thinking about those things. But I'm a planner, so like that's what I go to. Like, let me set up those benchmarks. But I need to also think about that. That's just not going to happen. Like, I'm not going to get cancer back, and this is going to be a really crappy. I'm trying to like not say bad words. I almost said the other word. Just a really bad blip on the track record, and it taught me my lesson for life, and I move on. But yeah, so that's my rant for the day. I don't know. So I've been thinking a lot about that, and that's it. I am really actively pursuing now the idea of joining a cancer group. Just because, as I've said in like a couple of other videos, like I just feel really alone being home. Like I've got my routine. I drive the 100 miles, drop Rowan off at school, come home, and then it's immediately throw a load of laundry in, empty the dishwasher, take the dog out type of stuff, and then figure out what my plan is. I think I mentioned a couple of videos ago, I recovered my dining room chairs, which took forever. It took forever. And then I did like 3 of them backwards, like a complete dope. So I had to rip those out, whatever. So it took me much longer because I was tired, right? I would do a chair and be like, oh, I need a nap. But they came out okay. There's one still that I can't get the back off of, so that's fine. But they came out okay. I like it. All of our furniture are hand-me-downs. Like my dining room set is from my grandparents who passed away when I was in college. And yeah, I think they got it when I was like 9. So it's like a 20-year-old piece of furniture. And the sideboard was theirs. Yeah. The only thing we've purchased on our own is our couches. It's a life of public servant, teacher, and my husband's also in education. He's a behavior analyst for children with autism. So yeah, we're not exactly the highest paid, but we're happy. We know that what we do makes a difference. That's a good thing. Money. Yeah, so the bills have now been coming in. Cancer's not cheap. Money is very tight. It sucks. So people will get paid when they get paid. Most important thing to me right now is making sure that we pay the mortgage and we keep the lights on. So that's the biggie. And I think that this week, Monday, a whole bunch of bills came in. And my son's been having my little one, having some dental things. And it's like, cancer's big business. No joke. And it's just, when you see all those zeros on those bills, it's like a couple thousand for each scan. And I don't know where the money's going to come from. Didn't plant that tree. There wasn't a sale on the money tree at Home Depot. So just figure it out, right? You just figure it out. And what else? Nothing. It's all good. No big snowstorms. So I'm happy. And that's that. So I hope everybody has a lovely love day tomorrow. And yeah, so happy February 13th. See you soon.